Hello and welcome to Tech Week in View on Megawatt TV. Each week we take the biggest stories in the tech world, eat them up, spit them out and tell you what we think. It's been a big week for Microsoft. Stay tuned to find out more. So this week Microsoft announced that the Zune was coming to Europe. No, not the player, not the actual MP3 player, because they announced one of those as well, the Zune HD. That's coming to the US. The UK miss out on that again. But actually as a platform, which sort of springs up an interesting concept. It's the idea that, well, Zune becomes music rather than just an MP3 player. So you'll be able to stream it probably to your phone, you'll be able to stream it probably to your Xbox 360, because that's where it's launching to begin with, and you'll probably be able to stream it to your PC. So rather than Windows Media Player, it's probably going to become Zune. There'll be a Zune player, no doubt. They haven't ruled out bringing on different devices, on sort of, you know, an API that allows you to stream it everywhere, etc., etc. Brilliant, but it also seems that, well, that's where the whole music business is going. Spotify, you know, this week announced that they were coming up with an Android app. They've already demoed an iPhone app back in February, and it's the concept of not necessarily having physical hardware, actually physical storage on your device, but actually the ability to stream it over the interweb, over 3G, over broadband, over Wi-Fi to a device. Now, if you think of that in a bigger context, it allows devices to get a lot smaller because they don't have to worry about storage. You don't store anything local. You start getting subscription services. It's cloud computing, but for music. So there might come a time soon where you don't actually need a satellite dish to receive satellite television. Confused? I thought you would be, but it's hot off the presses again. Now, Microsoft, with the Xbox 360, have announced a deal with Sky to bring the Sky player to the console, so people can watch either the 20 simulcast channels that the player offers, or a plethora of about 500 movies to download. Really exciting stuff. Now, you won't need a subscription, but obviously if you have got a subscription, then it's all the same. Anyway, it's just part of your package, which is pretty groovy, or you can just buy a Sky subscription on its own, even without a set-top box, to access the system. The concept is that obviously all this is just opening up a bigger platform for Sky in total, which I think is only got to be a good thing. Now, all I want next is for Xbox 360 to do a deal with the BBC and the iPlayer, and all of a sudden I've got a console that not only allows me to play games, allows me to watch my favourite Sky channels, allows me to access a truckload of movies, but then also the best that the British have to offer from the BBC as well. All this is probably due out in autumn. The iPlayer stuff is just me getting excited, but hey, let's hope that one day it will just need one box under your TV rather than the 15 or so that I currently have. So, hot off the presses, Microsoft have launched, well, rebranded their live search Bing. Now, what could Bing mean? I don't know. One quick brainwave of an idea is that you're sitting at the hotel lobby, you're waiting for someone to turn up, and you hit the reception bell, don't you? Bing, 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 bing. And then hopefully someone comes and gives you the answers. That seems ludicrous, but I bet you somewhere in a marketing room someone went, you know what, I think that's a good name. Either way, it's interesting times because it means that everybody's getting into search again. You know, Google have had to relaunch their Google Squared thing. You've got Wolfram Alpha and the excitement there. A great crossword tip this week allows you to work out. Anyway, boring. Microsoft, obviously feeling that they might lose out with their search stuff, have thought maybe a new name, this Bing option, will reinvigorate, because let's face it, we're all creatures of habit. We all probably go to Google, not necessarily because it gives us the right answers, or it's good, or whatever. I mean, it pretty is good, but we do it because we're lazy, because over the last 10 years, we've come to think that Google is search, and that's what it means. So Microsoft are clearly hoping that a new initiative, a new push, and it's probably about the 3rd or 5th or 8th or 28th attempt at pushing their search function into our minds, might just help. And certainly if you're into search, we have to wonder whether you could be any more excited. Well, that's it for this week's show. Hope you've enjoyed it. Just to let you know, there won't be any Tech Week in View next week or the week after. I'm packing my bags and heading to New York City, where we'll be covering all the exciting happenings from the US as well as the stuff that's happening here in the UK. Until then, pip pip, have a nice day.